You will never regret the things that you did do more than you regret the things that you didn't do. Sure, you could have regrets over things that you made mistakes about and you learn from. But if you really think about it, the things that you have most regrets about are probably things that you didn't end up doing for whatever reason. And the reasons might have been very justifiable at the time. But understand that as you progress through life, you're going to encounter moments, situations, and opportunities to mend the situation, to amend the relationship, to reconcile with someone or reconcile with yourself. And the way you do that is you dig through the uncomfortable emotions. The way you can prevent regret, or at least minimize the damage of the regret, is tapping into the discomfort right now and facing that uncomfortable emotion. You see, of course, there's different reasons as to why you chose not to do something when you knew that was an option, which often does lead to regret later on, which this is a risk you're taking. You already know that anytime you make a choice, there is a chance that it might end up into a situation that you didn't want. And unfortunately, this is not the part that we can always predict, especially because we can't always predict our feelings, our emotions, and our reactions to things, because our feelings change all the time. Humans are complex creatures. And this is why doing the right things take a lot of your judgment that goes beyond your feelings alone. And this takes emotional discipline, this takes emotional maturity, because this means that sometimes having to go out of your way to let yourself feel the discomfort that you feel, and probably considering some things that make you uncomfortable. And by the way, I'm not endorsing that we should all live a life and aim for a life that is devoid of regrets. I actually see value in regrets. The thing about regrets is you don't know that you're going to have regrets. So this is something that you can learn from, because it is ultimately a consequence of your choice. But I'm talking about preventing these regrets, because we don't want to have regrets. But if you're always living your life only catering to your feelings and only catering to your comfort, then you are likely leading down to the path of regrets. Because you see, when you start healing, it helps you really tend to your emotions. And one other thing about being in touch with your emotions is not only just about listening to your feelings and catering to your feelings alone. This is really about adding logic and rationale to that, and knowing that sometimes you might have to push past your limit to do things that you said that you would never do. That might look like forgiving someone that you said you would never forgive. It might look like you initiating a conversation that you don't want to have because it makes you feel triggered, it makes you feel uncomfortable. But understand, a lot of the right things and right decisions that you make, the empowering choices you make, it will take a set of balls from you. It will take that discomfort from you. But when you take these actions, at least later down the road, you're not going to question, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I had done that, because you would have done it. And whatever happens after that is what you deal with after that.